There is no competitor. We are individual souls and we are here to work on our path. There is no competitor. The most important thing, find out what has been repeating in your life. Even you go to psychiatrist or anyone, they need your help. After your thoughts, lifestyle is the next biggest thing which impacts. So between these two combination, you can get anything transformed inside you.
We have Gaurav Paliwal, sir, today to talk about Soul Plan. So, without an ado, I would like to invite him onto the session. He was actually equally excited when I said Amulya would be coming us and singing the song for us to meditate. He said, "I'll call all my groups to meditate with us," and he was so excited for this session.
Hello, Gaurav sir. Hi.
Namaskar, and I'll tell you why. Remember, you were there in Raleigh, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you there in MMS, but I showed it to Pari because I had my Biovel instrument with me, which measures the not only human energy, but with the Sputnik you measure the room energy, and there were three clear spikes in the energy that day when I was measuring the whole day, and one of the three were you when you went on the stage. Remember, you were talking about this whole thing and the PSSM and movement and other things. So the time that you were there, the energy changed in the room. So yes, your voice can influence meditation absolutely because it's the direct purge of energy. So that was my reason of excitement. Absolutely, good to see you, Mulya.
Thank you, sir. We definitely connect. We're looking forward to your session.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. So, friends, a small introduction about Gaurav, sir. He is an engineer by profession, an experimenter by nature, and spiritual by belief. He learned yoga and Kriya over 25 years, practicing pranayama and meditation for last 3 years, and he followed Isha Foundation, Sadhguru, and pyramid meditation. He learned inner engineering in India and advanced the meditation in Isha Institute. Then he spent last 3 years researching about quantum physics to spread the knowledge and awareness of meditation specifically to the youth. So he started professional career in Jamshedpur in India, and last 16 years he is in Canada working as a global director quality in automotive company. So today he's going to talk about the soul plan, and let's get into the subject directly. So thank you for accepting the invite, Gaurav sir. So let's just get into the subject.
It's my pleasure, and thanks for having me on this platform where a lot of good energies I have seen and a lot of great discussion insights. So it's my pleasure.
Great, sir. So first of all, the basic question that I have is, I understand that I'm a body and I can perceive the idea of mind, but what exactly is soul, sir?
See, everything is energy. And whether you look at atom or a cell, both, like, in a general term, we think is the smallest unit, whether it's a human cell or metal or that way we look. And we think, wow, it is solid like steel. Or our body, we feel it's solid, like you have bones, you have muscles. But the fact remains that 99.999% is empty. When we look at the universe, you have, big planets hanging up there, and we think, wow, how are they, floating in the sky or universe in terms of, we think it's just a darkness between two planets, but it's not anything but energy. And then, of course, you have multiverse. You have, we don't know how many universes are there. So everything is energy. And the soul which continues, which goes from, life to life, as we say, it's a journey. So everything is energy. And yes, we do have ways to, measure energy. We have ways to scientifically now see and understand. And the best part is that, our masters, they knew this thousands of years ago. We are, getting back to that level. We are not advanced. We are not ahead of where our masters were thousands of years ago. We are catching up actually. So this is one thing when we understand everything. That's why the quantum physics is better tool to understand all this than the Newtonian physics, because you cannot explain with Newtonian physics. It has a limitation. But the moment we get into this, the quantum side, then we can understand, okay, yes, when we say soul never dies, right? It's energy, which you cannot create, you cannot destroy. When a human form is, we can see, we can have the senses and all, but the journey continues with respect to energy only. It just transforms, and that's what the soul is.
Oh, wow. So, sir, when you say soul has a plan, is there something that plan happens before? And I have heard that when we take the form of the body, the soul forgets its plan. Is that true?
That's a very good, topic in itself, because what happens is, yes, the plan is done pre-birth. So you can say the pre-birth planning, that's what the soul plan is. And in a way, if we consider like a soul family, means imagine like there are a group of souls. Some are in human form and some are up there still, in soul form. And they are our masters. They help creating the plan. They help executing and, throughout the souls which are already in human form. The soul is planning that, okay, if I'm coming in human form, what I gonna do? It's like you go to university, you have to pick which university, which subject, what is your plan? Exactly like this, when the soul is coming, you pick in this life, this is what I gonna learn. And then you pick the characters around you. Who I gonna learn from? And this is what is called soul plan. That means it's a planning that in this journey, this is what I am planning to learn from such people.
Okay. So you mean we already plan our challenges and the difficulties that we want to go through in this lifetime?
Correct. And the second part actually of your previous question, that when we take the human form, we forget what the plan is. That is a foolproof mechanism. It's a beautiful mechanism. And the reason is, uh, consider like what we call the open book exam, right? Sometimes you do get open book exam, and what do students do? They say, wow, we don't have to study. All you need to know is where is the index, how to use the index. So you are only worried about the first page and the last page of the book. If you know how to manage those, you don't need to learn the book itself. Why? You will read a question, you'll say, this looks like this topic. Go to the back, find out which page the answer could be, go to that page and just, copy paste from there, and you will get good marks. But you have not understood the topic. So if we are only talking about the marks, means kind of cheating yourself, right? With soul, you cannot fool yourself. So that is the mechanism, that you forget what you are here to learn. Otherwise, what will happen? As a physical body, we will say, oh, I'm here to learn, say, forgiveness or fear or ego. I have to work on my ego or whatever. Say, yes, 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 I have to work. Otherwise, the fear, or you will think, if I don't do, I have to rebirth. I have to, repeat this topic. And you will try to fool yourself that check mark, I have done. Yes, I have understood. Yes, I have, now I know what forgiveness is. But maybe you have not. So that's why it is erased. We come here like a blank whiteboard. And then the purpose of the soul, this energy in human form, is to experience. That's the only thing soul cannot do without the human body. You have wisdom, you have everything, you have masters who are planning everything. That means everything is there. The only thing missing in the energy form is the emotion. Emotion you can only get in human form. That's why we come. And that is why we say it is a journey. You go from mineral world to plant kingdom, then animal kingdom, and then human. Why? Human is at the last. The emotions are the highest. Not easy for a soul to handle. So that is the key reason, and that is the key factor what makes this human life so important. And as you said, good or bad, what we call in human form, the emotion, positive, negative, everything is planned.
Wonderful, sir. So you hit the point saying that emotions are the key. A lot of the population today is stuck at the emotional level, and they are actually, because of the emotions, they are getting identified as victims rather than, using the emotions to actually uh, feel their inner body. So, what do you say about that, sir?
See, let's put it this way. The soul also can have, some categories. You can understand the journey that as you come from animal kingdom to human life, the exponential increase in emotions. So the soul goes also in steps. You have infant soul, baby soul, then the soul matures and the maturity goes up. As we go towards nirvana, our liberation, mukti, the maturity is going up. That means the soul is now ready to take more and more, means higher and higher emotion. Consider like a child goes to grade 1, grade 2, right? You are learning ABC. But as you are going to high school, now you are learning some, difficult subjects. And if you go to university, you are into much more difficult subject because now you are mature. You cannot take the PhD subjects and take to a grade 1 or 2 student and say, okay, now we'll do, all these exponential curves and all those. And the child will be like, what are you talking? Similarly, for soul. So the maturity of emotion a soul can handle goes as the stage goes up and up. So, human form, we will have different emotions. Now, what happens with the physical body? If we do not know how to handle these emotions, and emotion is energy in motion, the body, with respect to the thoughts you are having, you will have emotions, and based on the emotions, body will secrete, body will produce some enzymes, some hormones, what we call just chemicals in general term. And those chemical travels in our body, they are the messengers. They are for a good reason. But if I don't know how to handle, like for example, somebody says something to me and I'm full of anger. How did he or she, said to me or did this to me? I'm angry. What am I doing? I'm generating emotions. I don't know how to handle my anger. Now that anger is still in my body. So depending on the topic, it may go and get stuck with my heart, with my lung, with my kidneys, intestine, wherever, depending on the different kind of emotions, meaning the topic. Whether it is greed, whether it is lust, whether it is ego, whether it is my trauma related. So different emotions have affinity to different organs. If I cannot cleanse, if I cannot handle, I will develop physical issues, what we call diseases, illnesses in that particular organ. So it is not random that if I'm angry, I can have anywhere, right? Because of this affinity, I will have issue in that particular, whether it's my knees, whether it is my heart. It all depends on my thoughts. So everything starts with thoughts and the emotion. This linkage creates all the issues in our body. If we don't know how to cleanse, it stays inside and causes issues in our body.
Right, sir. So, if one gets stuck with these emotions and the thoughts, how can they align themselves to their soulness, soul nature, and the soul plan?
Perfect. So for this, let's understand the linkage, because we say meditate and you can get rid or you can cleanse yourself. You can come out of any issues that you may have. Doesn't matter it is mental, emotional, physical, psychosomatic, whatever the situation may be. So why understanding soul plan is very important? Because we say your thoughts created the issue, right? Because thoughts gave you the feeling, feeling gives emotion, and then the chemical, and then it's stuck if you cannot cleanse. If thoughts can make you sick, thoughts can also heal you. And meditation is a tool where you can work around with your thoughts. You cannot force your thoughts. You can come to a level where you are working or work around your thoughts. Now, When a person starts meditation, it's very common that people struggle. They say, oh, it doesn't work for me. I still get thousands of thoughts. Why? One of the key element is surrender. You are new, but you have not understood what surrender means. So you are still doubting. This person does it. My friend told me to meditate or XYZ. I'm doing it, but I don't know whether it will work or not because I have doubt. Doubt is negative energy. It will never work. It will take long time. So if you surrender, now the clock or the body goes much faster. How to surrender? For that, you have to look inward. You cannot look outward for some help. Oh, I'm sitting here, let the universe fix it to me, or let my parents, let my boss, whatever. The time we are looking outward for help for all the solutions of our problem, it will take much longer. Why? Because your guru, your God, your inner self, everything is inside. All the answers are inside. But we keep looking outward and then we say, I cannot meditate. How can you go inside? What blocks you the most? Due to different situations in the life or emotions, we lock our heart. So you have to open your heart, whether you call oneness, or anything, but first open your heart. Doesn't matter the trauma or the pain you have gone through in life, you have to open your heart. And the moment you open your heart, now only you are ready for detachment. Otherwise, you cannot detach. Oh, my kids, my elderly parents, my job, my neighbor, we are attached with everything. And then we are trying to meditate and we say, I cannot meditate. I'm getting thousands of thoughts. Yes, because you are attached to everything around you. So once you open your heart, you can detach. And once you detach, now you are able to understand the soul plan. Or in other words, in order to detach, you understand the soul plan, then you are easily, or you can easily detach. Why? Now you understand that whatever is happening in my life, generally when good thing happens, we don't worry. We don't even think about it. We say, yeah, I did it. It's only when the going is tough, we think I must have done some, bad karma or it is my punishment. No, universe never punishes you. It is your own plan. You plan for some benefit to your soul. Forget the physical body. Soul doesn't say good or bad. Whether I'm rich or I'm poor, for soul, it's an experience. If I have to experience feeling of lack, I have to be poor. Nothing wrong in it. But as a society, as a physical body, we say, oh, look at him or look at her, going through a bad or rough patch in life, right? No, for soul, it's just an experience. So if we understand soul plan that, yes, this is my doing, my planning for a greater benefit, then all these things comes easy. Now I'm able to detach. Now I'm in the family. We are never saying leave the family, go to Himalayas. No, that's not the point. I'm in my family. I love everyone, yet I'm detached. What does that mean? I accept everyone as is, good or bad. Why? I have understood my soul plan that yes, I requested this person to act like a villain in my life. Why? Because I have to learn this. I have to increase my patience. How? Someone has to poke me. And the person who pokes, we say, yeah, this person is so bad. No, no, no. I have requested this person to keep poking me unless I improve my patience level. So rather, I should thank that person. So now I'm getting detached. And if I can detach, now I can open my heart. I can open my heart. Then I go to the next level and I can look inward. I can look inward. Now I'm ready to surrender. I am ready to surrender. I can meditate. And the moment I can meditate beautifully, you are already in a rocket. You are in a fast pace, high, like you are on a highway. You are not traveling on inner roads anymore.
So everything starts with opening the heart, is what you say, right, sir?
Yes, it is very important to open the heart, but it's not easy if you directly jump that, okay, if you tell someone, open your heart, the person will struggle. But if you start by understanding soul plan, then it's easy to open the heart. Because if you don't open your heart, how will you accept someone as is? You will say, no, this person said this to me. I will not talk to the person. And people don't talk for years, for decades. Why? Because they are still in anger. Their heart is locked that no, this person, the moment anybody talks of that person, your anger shoots up. Why? You still have that emotion stuck inside you. You have not understood soul plan that, buddy, it is your plan. Don't blame him or her. You ask that soul to do this to you. So soul plan is a very good tool to start where all these doors opens up for you. Which if you just say to open the heart, people are struggling. No, no, no. How can I forgive this person? He or she did so much, bad to me. But once you understand the starting point that it is your doing, they are helping you improve, then you say, wow, actually, these are no more my enemies. These are my best friends. I must hug them because they are helping me improve. So absolutely right. Open your heart is a very critical for a good meditation for your journey as a soul. And soul plan understanding helps in opening your heart. Because opening your heart means what? I can accept everyone as is. Like I'm a family. It's not like my house, my neighbor, my city versus, sometimes we have the separation. This is me, this is others. This is my work, this is competitor, or this is my business, someone else's. And I have a negativity about others. There is no competitor. We are individual souls and we are here to work on our path. There is no competitor. It's a single journey, but in a physical world, we become like a kutum, like a family. And then, the separation comes. This is mine, this is yours, this is this, this is this. But when I can open my heart, now I'm ready to accept everyone as is. I'm not looking down at people. I say, okay, you want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, we'll find a common ground. You said this to me, I'm angry. Okay, I understand. You may have some situation. You deal with yours, I have forgiven you. So I'm out of that anger or, the negativity. I have opened my heart. I can accept everyone. So the more I open, the less noise I will have inside me. And the less noise I have in my brain and the heart, the better meditation I will do. Because this noise is what creates issues during meditation. Your thoughts are going at randomness, that they are just coming, bombarding you. And then you say, I cannot meditate. Why? Because you are attached, you are worried, you are involved in all kind of negativity.
Right, sir. So basically, you said that separation is the cause for our attachment to the body. The whole purpose of meditation, what I have understood, is to move from body consciousness to the soul consciousness, and moving from the separation to oneness. So, um, how does meditation help us to increase the energy and then understand and help us to open the heart? Like you said, if all these things are aligned, only then we can meditate properly. But I feel that meditation will help us to energize first, and then we will set the ground to open the heart. So help me understand this, sir.
Okay, so the only little clarification here is it is not only if I understand the soul plan, open heart, and all these steps, then only I will meditate. What I am referring is if we do this, we can meditate better and quicker. Referring to the a person who's new to meditation and they just say, okay, close my eyes and do, which is the simplest thing anybody can do. And that's why we tell people that don't worry about any theory, don't worry about any science, just sit, close your eyes, and meditate. Everything will happen by itself, which is absolutely true. Then sometimes people struggle. They say, no, no, I'm getting so many thoughts, I cannot meditate. And they give up meditation because they think meditation means I should sit, no thoughts, and I get the benefit. So for such people to understand that, okay, how can I improve? How can I reduce chatter? You cannot force the chatter in your mind to go down. If you want to reduce the noise, the number of thoughts you are getting in meditation, then go a little beyond than just sitting and meditating. If you understand these topics, how they help you in improving your meditation, then this helps. That's what the point is. So you can just sit and meditate, you will get all the benefits. You will get everything. You will have oneness, you will have, your heart will open. If you want to expedite and understand these topics, then you can reach there faster.
Perfect, sir. Got it. So, along with meditation, understanding these concepts with book reading and with getting along with the masters, it'll help us to, get into the next gears with the meditation.
Absolutely. So never give up meditation and never think, doesn't matter how many thousands of thoughts you may get in a session, it is never zero. That means your benefit is never zero. You sit with the eyes closed, you will get benefit, guaranteed, kind of, right? This is just to improve your experience, the meditative experience. As you understand more, your improvement in meditation or your experience of meditation will keep on going up, up, and up.
Good. So, sir, when you say understanding of soul plan, so each individual will have a different plan, right? It's not the same thing. But also, that plan will have a divine collective purpose. So, how can one align to that collective purpose as well?
Beautiful. So, in other words, if I may say that, okay, how do I know what is my soul plan? Without going through multiple workshops, without going through a lot of theory, what is my divine purpose? What is that my soul has come here for? One simplest way of understanding your soul plan or your purpose of life is review your life. Go back in age as far as when you were 7 years of age. Whatever your age is today, keep going back up to 7 years. You can go even beyond that, but at least go up to there and see what has happened. The most important thing, find out what has been repeating in your life. For example, someone can say, oh, you know what? Every so many times, doesn't matter, it's every month, every year, every couple of years, I'm having financial loss. Someone may say, hey, I'm having accidents, or I may have relationship issue, or my job, whatever. You will see a repeat pattern, something that is repeating in your life. It may be happening in just last couple of years. It may be happening for a long time. Doesn't matter. See what is repeating in your life. You say, yeah, I cannot make friends. I'm doing all right, but every time I do the right thing, but my friends leave. Or I'm always alone, right? Or my switching the job, whatever. Repetition. And out of that, see if intensity is increasing. So if you say, yes, I'm having this issue and the intensity has been increasing. Say first I lost $10, then 100, then 10,000, then, intensity is increasing. If every time I lose $10, that's a different meaning. But when 10, 100,000, now the intensity is increasing. If first I was, just little sick, I got a cut, then, I got a fracture, then I got hospitalized, whatever, intensity is increasing. Not only I lost my friend, I had a big fight, and then even worse, like switching job versus you have been, laid off or whatever reasons. If you see intensity increasing, those topics are your most critical topics, most probably linked with your soul plan. Soul, universe is talking to you, it's knocking your door, because universe cannot come and talk to you in our language. Universe talk to us through events, through experience. It could be, just a dream. It could be some reference to a book. It could be some videos coming in front of you, somebody talking about that topic to you, whatever. But these are events. And that's how things happen in our life. But we don't know this concept and we ignore. We continue the way we do things based on our habit. And that's why this soul plan is very critical. That has helped me the most in really reversing everything. Understand, and once you do this, it becomes very easy. Once you do, the second time becomes even more easier, and third time, of course, it will be piece of cake kind of thing. So then you become good at it, to understand the messages of universe. So anything that is repeating and with a higher intensity is the number one thing you should review and say, universe is trying to tell me change this habit or change this behavior. That is the number one. And then work on that particular topic that there will be some emotion linked to it. There will be some, like everyone will have different. Even if it is fear, there will be some subcategories, right? If it is guilt, it is trauma, it is ego, whatever. And then you work on that. And how do you know you are on the right path? As the intensity was going up, now you will see it is coming down. Then you know you are on the right path. And if that thing stops from your life, you know you are very good. Continue on that path, maintain, like don't switch back to the old habits, right? Just continue whatever you have changed. But this is the indication. So you don't have to go anywhere. Look inward, right? Again, meditate, take help of meditation of looking inward. Sit quietly, find out what is happening, and then keep observing your life as an observer that, yes, I'm not getting that anymore. You are good.
Perfect, sir. Sir, for me personally, knowing what the purpose of my life is was a very big question, and I was at a very confused state, and I took almost around 3 to 4 years to even get the glimpse of it. So, how can one find their purpose of life?
And see, that's a very common thing. So that's a great question, because this is where people struggle. And this is what, like, after going through 2 workshops with Dr. Robert Shaw's, going through like many different authors and understanding and learning from others, because in the workshop, many people had, whether it's in between life regression or past life regression, understanding that how really helps, the whole concept helps. As I said, if you do once, twice, thrice, you become good at it. You start trusting this process of energy that, yes, this soul plan, this family, this emotions, everything works. How do you understand? Again, go a little deeper. That's why this topic, of course, not in half an hour, after all this couple of years of thing, in explaining everything in soul plan, yeah, generally it takes 4 or 5 sessions, but gather that information. And once you gather that information, try to understand and work on yourself that, yes, this is my soul plan. And once you understand your soul plan, life becomes easy. But again, you will struggle in between. For example, another thing is someone who irritates you, someone who troubles you, right? Or if you have a judgmental nature, whatever you are judging in others, make a note of that. You are judging someone because there is some issue in you that your soul needs to fix. That is another big topic that you should review. And see, soul plan will not have 20 items. 1, 2, or maybe 3 if your soul is really, some powerful soul, some brave soul. So soul will not come with 20 items. 1, 2, 3, simple. And if you can identify those couple of topics, work on that. So don't look for way too many, look for vital few. And again, how you judge? Intensity.
So, we have to look back at the patterns that is happening in our life, and also how we are judging people around us and our own life. Is it will give an idea about what our soul plan is, right, sir?
Correct. No one else can tell you. There is no person, no doctor, no psycho, or any kind of expert who can get into your body, in your mind, and tell you what you are thinking or what you are, right? Even you go to psychiatrist or anyone, they need your help. Even if someone hypnotize and get you for the healing purpose, even then they have to enter through you. So without you, or only you, no one can know what your soul plan, what your thoughts, what your issues are. Yes, sometime you forget what has happened when I was a child. You can ask your, elderly, your relatives and all. Hey, do you remember exactly what happened that time, this, that? But inside you, only you can know. Decode, find out, That is the easiest and the best way.
Sir, how do you relate this concept of soul plan with quantum physics, sir? Are there any experiments that we can do, or how do we understand with the concept of quantum theory?
So for me, let me tell you this, because maybe because I'm engineer by profession, I had this problem of, prove it to me. Why? And that was my journey like 6, 7 years ago. And probably that's why I ended up with that instrument I had to buy and measure my own energy and, you know, understand that, yes, beyond any doubt, this is how the energy works, this is how things work. So as I was working on my own soul plan, I could identify 4 items. I started working. 3 were easy. 4th, I was struggling with. It took me many, many years. And in fact, only this year I completed that also. Why? Because you're not fighting with anyone else. Your challenge is not with someone else. Your challenge is with you. You're changing your DNA. You're changing who you are, your habits. So sometimes you do get stuck. And for me, it was funny thing. The thing I thought will be very difficult, I could work easily. And the thing I thought it will be easy, it took me a couple of years. So it doesn't matter what is taking, you are changing yourself. Now, how do you know? For me, I use the biowell. I see the change in energy inside me as I'm working through. And I could see the changes. I can change my reserve energy. I can change energy in my organ. And then as I'm, going through different experiments and all, because to me, the best thing is to experiment yourself. And that's where all these topics came, because I said, okay, I'm improving, but not too much. What's where I can do more? And that's how I found this linkage. So this is not just theory, but this is what in the last pretty much 5 to 6 years that I've been experimenting. I said, okay, in order to improve this, in order to improve this, and then one thing which I'm just mentioning here, very big factor, is your nutrition or diet. Now, diet, don't take it in terms of weight loss or gain or any such thing, but diet as a nutrition. After your thoughts, lifestyle is the next biggest thing which impacts. So between these two combination, you can get anything transformed inside you. But for me, it was that feeling, again, it goes back and forth with respect to energy. Everyone may experience energy differently. For me, I experience energy in a very, like, there are 3, 4 different things that happens to me, and then I can feel the energy when I'm in a, like, every year we go to a spiritual retreat, we pick a place with high energy vortex. So sometimes you are in a group meditation, you are in somebody's house, right, who are meditators, you can feel the energy. Now that feel will be different for different people. But once you starts going inward, as we mentioned, right, to get better meditation, you have to go inward. The easy way to go inward, that's where you need to open your heart and all those things. But once you know how to be, you can sense the energy. And that tells you, yes, I'm working on this and I have a sense of this. I'm working on that. And sometimes you say, no, nothing is happening. And sometimes you know it's happening. So you are your best judge. You don't need to go anywhere. Connect with your energy. And the moment you connect, then you don't need any proof anymore. Initially, you may have a doubt. Once you do, then you don't. And then you become your guide. And that's what we say, your guru is inside you. So guru is who? Your own energy. We don't know how to communicate with our energy. We have lost that track. A very simple thing, the senses in animals is much, much stronger than human. What does that mean? If you have a pet, the dog will know you are kilometers away, you are coming. The dog will be at the door. We don't even know even if someone is at our doorstep. The GPS, we cannot go anywhere without GPS. Bird fly. Bird can sense the electromagnetic wave. That's their GPS. We have become dependent on technology. So we are losing the feel of all these senses. So the more you improve, you can see the change in energy, and then you're going to work with your soul plan, and automatically your meditative experience will improve. The calmness, the peace, the blissfulness inside you will improve. And then you don't need any proof. When you overcome one of the challenge, the peace inside is more than any Olympic medal. Then you will work on it without anyone telling you.
Absolutely, sir. Without any reason or a purpose, we don't go anywhere out. And when we have come on to the planet, we definitely have a plan. We definitely have some reason to be here, and being sensitive to energy, as you said, being aware of the energy, it helps us to mm, mutate the DNA or activate the DNA, right?
Correct.
And
It will help maintaining the status quo or maintaining the normal process what should be inside. That means you will not have any mutation. And if you will not have any mutation means you will stay healthy.
got it. So the purpose of life is encoded in the DNA. With the activation of it, we start connecting to the soul.
Absolutely. And it goes, back and forth because you can reverse mutations in your DNA, your genes, whatever has happened with meditation. And even science has proven, right, over like about 3,000 genes, how the meditation impacts means, influence. So that's how all these changes happens in the body. It's proven now. So the more you work on your meditation, you are fixing at the gene level, your DNA level.
Wonderful, sir. It is amazing that the way science is getting into non-physical realm of energy, and it is proving that it is going to help us to heal the body at the genetic level. It's really amazing how science is giving us some kind of belief system, because a lot of us might not understand or relate to spiritual or philosophical things, but when it comes from a scientific background, a lot of us are open to understand it. And you have taken up that the project of taking scientific experiments to people and make them understand, which is really amazing, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Because as I mentioned, I love working with youth because if you can learn means only understanding. Before you get into any kind of situation, doesn't matter mental, emotional, physical, whatever, then is the real beauty is there, because then you will stay healthy and happy forever. Unfortunately, most of us gets into this journey only when some situation comes in our life. Of course, come out of it with this is still good. But the real benefit is if you can learn ahead of the curve without getting into the ditch, if you know how to avoid getting into a ditch, that to me is the best.